Good morning, guys. This is a continued session of employee CRUD operation. We have already discussed about save data into database and reading data from database and edit record. Now in today's session, and we are going to discuss about delete record. So let us see our form here. So this is a form already we created here, right? So let us go to the form. So here you can see the form, guys. We have already some reports here. The previous operation is edit employee. Once you click, the data was populated here. Whatever the data we have changed, and if you can click add button, data was going to be added. Let us go and let us make it as a welcome 1 2 3. Now you can hit update button. This was done. Employee updated successfully. Now the next action is here. I want to perform delete operation. Which record you are clicking to delete, that record should be deleted. And moreover, while deleting the record, I need some confirmation. What is that confirmation? Do you want to delete? So, okay, delete. And don't, no, if you can say cancel, just keep it the same record. Don't delete, guys, here. Right. So, let us fire an event on this delete button. On click, I have to delete the record. First of all, where we are displaying this logic here, this logic is coming from a JS file. Let us go to the JS file where we have displayed this information. Yeah, this is the place where we are displaying the edit record action. In the same manner, this is the delete record action. So anyhow, so anchor tag. What is the default behavior of an anchor tag is getting reloaded. If you can click on it, let us stop it by writing this attribute JavaScript provide 0. So now there is no refresh of the page. So for this anchor tag, let me add any click event on click equal to delete record. Just I'm writing a function here, delete record. So to this we have to pass a parameter. Let me pass the parameter, same parameter, data of j dot id. So the id is going to be passed to the parameter. Now let us see and refresh the page and check it. I'm clicking the delete action. I think so you have to get an error. So if I click this, you are getting an error. Can you see? This delete record function is not defined. So we have to define the function. Go to the bottom of the page and define the function delete record. So delete record have a parameter. What is the parameter? The record you should delete it. So now I need to implement a delete record functionality. This is delete record. Right. Let's create a function delete record. It has a parameter, and let me take this as a id. Yes, guys, here let me alert it. So why I'm alerting, just I need to check whether the id is coming to this or not. If id is coming, so it is easy to delete the record. If id is not there, so which record should be deleted? You are sending a request to server has the confusion which record should be deleted, so you have to pass an id to it. Let's click it. Yes, id is coming there, the javascript. So in the so to this function we passed the id. Now what I need to do here, I need to send this id to the server to delete the record, guys. So create the ajax call here, one more ajax call. Let us go and do the same here. Nothing. I'm just copying the code. Same, this is common for everything, right? So just ready. Yes, object created, and this request is not like this. I think so. This request should go to employee delete employee.php, employee.php. Is the request should go there, and you have to go to delete employee, but you have to pass an id to it, right? Otherwise you are, see, by clicking this you will go to delete employee.php, but in delete employee.php, so which record I need to delete, you have to pass the id. So earlier we passed id in edit employee, we passed an id to the uh, get emp. Why? Because I need to get the employee information which you clicked. In the same manner here, I have to pass this id. What is this id? The record you are going to delete. That record ID also should be passed here. Let me take here empid equal to, let us pass this ID here, concatenating. So I have already a file created in the server, delete employee. Let me show you. The file is available here, delete employee.php. Yes, we are passing the ID as empid. That's the reason I'm taking this as a empid. So this is the key of this is EMP ID. The same EMP ID I have taken here. And we are getting the ID from the URL. I mean, first always remember in the server side we need to write one condition whether we are getting the requested data or not. If you are getting, so we will execute this clause. If you are not getting, three means invalid request sent to server. So in the same manner, echo 1 successfully deleted, echo 2 sorry unable to delete. Here we are connecting to database. Of that we are writing a delete query, delete from employee where ID equal to the requested ID by you. Right. Done guys. So now let us go to our server here. Let us handle the response. Once you send a request, we need to handle the response on ready state change. If ready state equal to 4 and status equal to 200. I mean, if this is okay, I mean, what is the ready state 4 means? Successfully processed your request, response is ready. Right, so that is the meaning of it. Obj.status 200 means your request was successfully done, guys. The status of the request. I mean, if the file is not there, so you will get 404 error because the file is there and your request was processed successfully. That's the reason you are getting the status as 200. Let us alert this alert obj dot response text. If the record is deleted, your response text will be 1. Otherwise, it is 2. If you are not sending any bad, if you are sending a bad request to server, so response is going to be 3. Let us submit this. I'm going to click on it. Can you see guys here? Once I click this edit record, so you are getting 1. 1 means that is response. So the record was deleted. But if record is deleted, why still it is displaying here? We have to refresh the page. I think so. Right? Refresh the page, the record is not there. But we cannot refresh it, right? Record should be deleted automatically. So once the record is deleted, you have to call the get employees method. What is this get employees method will do? It will get the updated data from the database, guys. Get employees, get all employees, right? Get all employees is the method. That's it. This method will get the updated data from the database again. It will bind the data to table. So, but here I have to display a message on the screen to this SDU, guys. So, back SDU equal to document dot get element by ID. So, this is success message. Success underscore message. Yeah. To this, I need to bind the response. Let us get the response here first of all. If obj dot response text equal to 1. If it is 1, we have to display the success message. If it is a 2, we have to display error message. In the same manner, here you can write else if here. Invalid request also we have to write, right? Else if response text is equal to 2. If it is a 2, then I need to display error message. Else, if anything wrong, we will display some other message here. That's it. To this SDiv, let me display the information. SDiv dot inner HTML equal to record deleted employee deleted successfully. After that delete, right, we have to add some additional parameter called class set attribute. So I need to add a success class for this. Here I am writing this is a unable to delete an employee. Unable to delete an employee. This is what I'm writing here. Unable to delete an employee. And this should be error class. Let us make it as a alert danger. Danger. Here I have to write this as an invalid request. If anything okay, if anything wrong, just let me write this as an invalid request sent to server. This is what I'm just writing the message. And this is also should be danger class. That's it guys, I think so. Once the record is deleted, so the message will be on the top of the screen. This is what danger. Then, and you can check it. Earlier we didn't get anything, and moreover, by delete the record, I didn't get the page also. Table is also not updated. Now let me delete this 11th record. Can you see record deleted successfully? And moreover, table is also updated. But there is that confirmation. If you can click the delete button, I have to ask a confirmation. Do you want to delete? Right. Let me do this. We already written the logic, but let me please wait for this. So we written some logic here. So let me delete this logic and write the confirmation window here. Right, guys. I'm just writing where some variable. We have a confirm window in JavaScript, right? So here we can write a message. Do you want to delete? Is the message I'm writing here. Do you want to delete? Yeah. So now what is going to happen, guys? When you click the delete icon, then what is going to happen? A confirmation window will come. Do you want to delete? Okay, I have to delete. Cancel, don't delete. How do I know you clicked okay or cancel here? So we know, let us write an alert here so that we will understand what is the value of okay and what is the value of cancel. So just I'm alerting this CYN value. Guys, if you can click OK, the value will be true. I mean, see, I'm clicking the OK. What is the value of it? True. True means delete it. And in the same manner, I am clicking the cancel. If you can click cancel, the value of it is false. False means we don't need to do any action here. If you are said OK, then only I want to delete. So now my condition is going to be like this, guys. Here I'm just writing if so equal to true. Condition CYN equal to true. I mean, what happened, guys? CYN value. If you can click OK, it will be true. Now the entire Ajax code I'm keeping inside this condition. Then this Ajax code will work now. If you can click OK button on the pop-up, I mean confirmation window. Otherwise, this Ajax call is not going to work, guys. Now you can check it carefully. Now I'm going to click on the edit button, cancel. Nothing must happen. If you can click delete button, what is going to happen here? Record deleted successfully. Right? The statement I'm clicking one more record here. If you can click this, this is also going to be deleted. Finally, so if the record deleted, sorry, no records found. The message was very nice. This message is working fine. Now you can go and add one more record here. Some record and hit the OK button. Can you see this? So why ID is coming as 11, 12, 13? Actually, if there is no records, we have to get ID from one, you are thinking, right? Okay, don't worry. This ID is coming from database. See, as a front-end developer, I don't bother what is this ID and all. So what is the values I'm getting from the backend? I need to display here on the screen. But in the MySQL, we are using MySQL database as our backend. There, in the table, this ID, employee ID, you given it as a auto increment. So once the record deleted, that record will never repeat again. So we will get the fresh database. Nothing but ID will auto incremented automatically. Right? That auto incremented ID only we will get into the response and we're just displaying. That's it. And this is a table information. Okay, I want to hide this message after 2 seconds. Why this message is still? If I refresh, then only the message is hiding. No, I have to refresh that message after 3 seconds or 2 seconds. Do one thing. Let me create a small function at the bottom. Function hide MSG message or whatever it may be. So document dot get element by ID success underscore message. This is the ID of that div dot style 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 dot display so is equal to none. But this message should be hidden after 2 seconds, right? After 3 seconds, whatever the action you want, yes, you can. In this situation, what I want to do here, once I want to call this function after 2 seconds, right? Wherever you want, you can go and you can do it. So now I just want to come with add function. Go there, and there is a success message we are displaying here. Success message we are displaying here, I believe, right? This is the place we are displaying. Success message we are displaying here, right? Yeah, this is the place we are displaying. So once message came, I have to hide it. And how many seconds? After how many seconds? After 2 seconds, you have to hide the message. So what I want to do here, just I want to hide the message. As can you see here? I'm just calling the function here. Set a timeout. In JavaScript, we have a method called set timeout. So by using this set timeout, I have to call the function. What is the function you have? Hide message, comma 3000 milliseconds. Then what is going to happen? This function will be called after 3 seconds. If it is called, what is going to happen? What you written in the CSS, you written this as a hide message. But if you are okay, one doubt for me, you are hiding the message here, right? You are hiding the message. Then what I need to do, so when I am displaying, when I am getting this sdiv, we have to write one small thing, sdiv dot style dot display equal to block. Sometimes it may be hidden, right? So when error message is displaying, it should be displayed. Otherwise, sometimes you are hiding by using this set and try. So for the next action, so the message won't come because the div was in hidden mode. So now, and for every interaction, I have to check whether the div is available or not. That's why I'm just making it as a available. Now just come down and we are just calling the method here, right? We are calling the method. Wherever you are displaying the messages, just go there and just write the message, because all these messages are going to display to this sdiv only. Of this sdiv, just let me keep this here also. Let me keep this here also. Let me keep this. Then what is going to happen? Whatever the success message or error message it may be, after displaying, it has to hide after 3 seconds automatically. The same manner, let us go for this action also. Here we have the same, right? Let us add this also here, sdiv, and this is also then, and here also we have to write sdiv dot style dot display equal to block. This is how we can do. The same manner here also, guys, let us write the message here. Now you can check it. Let me insert or delete a record, whatever it may be. The message should hide. Now I am clicking the delete button. Do you want to delete? Yes. You got a message. Wait for 3 seconds. Message should be hidden. So is it hiding? No, I think so. Let me check it. Is there any problem here? So none is not defined on line number 294. What is this? Let me check it here. So this is none. Oh, sorry. This should be in single quotes, right? It is a string. So go to the bottom of the page and make it as a string, because we cannot assign directly like this. So like this, you can debug the errors also, guys. Now let us go. There is no records now, or else let me add a record here. So I added a record. Can you see? Wait for 3 seconds. The record should be hidden. Yes, the record was hidden, guys. Right? For the same edit action, for the same delete action also. For example, you want to edit this employee. Now I'm going to make this as a designer. Go and employee updated successfully. And wait for 3 seconds. Message was hidden. In the same, we have to go for delete action also. Definitely, this is also going to be hidden. Once the record is hidden or deleted. Now save this. One more record is there. Let me delete this. You are getting the message as employee deleted successfully. Now can you see? Wait for 3 seconds. The message was hidden automatically. Yes, guys. This is about employee CRUD operation. Right? In this, we implemented 4 operations. One is adding employee into database. After that, we are viewing all the employees in the right side of this, and we are editing an employee, and we are deleting an employee. Yes, guys. Thank you. And if you have any doubts, please comment under the video section. Thank you all.